My mother started conditioning me for motherhood at 8 years old. She'd strap 20 pounds of sand to my stomach every day, making my sister Daniela and me practice breathing exercises while we watched birthing videos. When I complained about back pain, she added more weight and told us real mothers don't whine. Daniela loved it though. She'd waddle around the house talking to her fake belly like it was her entire purpose. By 16, she begged our mother to become a surrogate. By 18, Mom threw her a party celebrating her first surrogacy contract, instead of her high school graduation. My mother paraded her around town like she'd won a prize. I watched my sister deteriorate over 3 pregnancies, her hips destroyed, infections spreading, hair falling out. But when I tried to talk to her about it, she grabbed my hands with tears streaming down her face, and told me this was what she was made for. I ran in the opposite direction. I got my biomedical degree, and then specialized in reproductive rights law, spending years helping women escape forced pregnancy situations. By 28, I was finally making a real difference. When my mother invited me to what I thought was Daniela's celebration dinner, I had no idea she'd orchestrated an intervention. She pulled out a syringe filled with fertility hormones, and announced she'd started my treatments. When I tried to escape, Daniela grabbed my arms from behind. My mother injected me with something that burned through my veins. Within minutes, my vision blurred and my ovaries felt like they were on fire. I heard her on the phone saying something about getting me ready for harvest. I woke up in the ICU with severe ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome. The moment my mother left the room, the nurse asked if I was okay. I broke down telling her everything, the surrogacy, the favoritism, the forced injection. She called security immediately. Detective Rodriguez arrived and explained that what happened to me was assault and trafficking. My mother had been working at a fertility clinic, carefully targeting vulnerable women and their families. She'd also changed my medical power of attorney without my knowledge, and had me admitted to psychiatric care claiming I was having a mental health crisis. Dr. Whitfield, a family friend Mom had known for years, performed my evaluation. Every answer I gave became evidence of instability. When I explained my career defending women's autonomy, she typed notes about projection. When I mentioned the forced injection, she asked if I felt persecuted by maternal figures. She recommended a 72-hour psychiatric hold. My mother filed for temporary medical conservatorship with forged documents and fake letters from my colleagues. I spent 3 days in the psychiatric ward realizing that fighting openly would only prove their narrative. I decided to perform compliance instead. I acted grateful for their intervention, pretended to embrace motherhood, asked about the egg retrieval procedure. Dr. Whitfield was thrilled with my breakthrough. I convinced staff to let me use the computer, and found the conservatorship hearing scheduled for 2 p.m. My mother planned to have me at the fertility clinic at the same time. When I was released, I told her I needed to stop home, then I called a ride to the courthouse instead. I arrived just before 2:25 and contested the petition. My colleague presented evidence of forged signatures and the coercion pattern. The judge denied the conservatorship and issued a restraining order. I started fighting back immediately, filing complaints that shut down the clinic, and documenting everything for a civil suit. My niece Emma called months later from a friend's phone asking if she could see me, because her grandmother was already talking about her future pregnancies. I told her she could be anything she wanted. Sometimes breaking cycles means becoming the safe harbor for the next generation.